Pills in my room, baby. I'll put on my body oil in my perfume, baby. Hey, baby. I got that fire. I'll take you higher. I got that will make these women retire. I can pull my legs behind my head when I dance. I can stand in place, make it shake, make it vibrate. I can pop, then drop, make my booty hop.
Oh shit, it's like a club in here. It's like a disco inferno. Welcome back to the Onetribe podcast, guys. A bit of a different space today. A little bit of a different space. And I wanted to intro that a little bit differently, but I forgot about... I said that to the boys. I was going to intro that differently.
Did nothing of the
Good
sort.
start. Welcome back, boys.
Yep,
Good to be here.
Bit of an echo in here through the headphones. What's doing?
Big week for me, mate. I've got mum in town.
Oh, yes.
So have been playing.
Is it Mrs. Kubiak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, Mrs. Kubiak.
Yeah. Old Mama Kay. So I've been playing tour guide last week, which has been pretty good. So I've been pretty flat out, coming to work in the mornings, crank out the clients, throw in a bit of training, go home, and then we'll go and fill up the afternoons and evenings with things to do. So she's here for the next week. So this week's going to be chock-a-block.
Well, welcome, Mrs. Kubiak, to Dubai, and I hope your son is spoiling you rotten. We're yet to meet you because your son hasn't yet invited us anywhere.
Well, she's going to meet Jason tonight because Jason's invited us out to the desert.
We're going out to the...
Oh, sorry, I hate the desert anyway.
Mate,
you know, I wanted to really push it right into my pockets and, you know, splurge with a bit of cash and take you to the probably cheapest place here, which is the barren desert. But it's probably the most beautiful.
That's right. So we're going to play with the dogs and watching the sunset's been a pretty good thing. Went down and did that at Kite Beach. So the contrast of doing it from the beach tonight to the desert will be really good.
I think fellow Aussies also appreciate a good sunset. I feel like we appreciate a good sunset.
We don't get to appreciate the Sunday afternoon storms.
That's right. So we have to find something else.
So it's something else.
That's it.
Not taking your best friend, Qatar?
Him?
No.
Me.
Your bestie, remember? Yay.
I missed this.
What do you mean? I screenshotted it the other day and put it on the group.
Lulu.
Yeah.
My bestie Lulu.
That's right.
We had Lulu on a while back, and she's just completed her first half triathlon on the weekend.
Well done, Lulu. Well done.
Oh, no, hang on. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so we're going to a bit of a dodgy round of applause coming up soon.
Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, whatever. Anyway, fuck.
New studio, people.
Sorry, guys. It's been, I've been on a night shift since 1 o'clock
Since
this morning.
Last Tuesday or something, haven't you?
No, we're rocked up to site 1 o'clock this morning. So, as you know, we dropped the news in December for that last the yearly podcast that we're opening a new venture coming up, Ballers, up in downtown. So, it's full tilt. I was on night shift from 1 o'clock till 4:30 this morning and then straight into the gym. Take care of everyone here, and then after this, we'll go to bed. And
good call.
Place is looking good. Fences up.
Yeah,
AstroTurf
mate.
down. Containers on site.
Things are happening, so it's good. It's good. But let's get into it, boys. The topic of this week, and guys, apology we haven't been putting them out weekly because we are busy at the moment. There is a lot happening with the new build, so everyone here is involved. Everyone's doing their thing. So we're going to try to get a little bit more consistent. I understand people have been hanging, but we've got new content coming out as well on Instagram and little skits and whatnot.
We got guests lined up. We got some good guests lined up.
We keep saying that, and none of them fucking show up. But yeah, I know the guests are busy too. So it's a busy time in Dubai. I feel like everyone's doing things. So but yeah, this week's topic was a good one. I mentioned it to the boys. I was like, this seems like the new thing at the moment in the industry. It's industry based, so if you want to tune out now, do so because we're going to be talking about the industry.
And I don't tune out. Like we've got some non-industry.
It's a good one
to talk about. So
it's a good one because we feel like the industry and what's happening in the industry right now is trainers are taking shots at other trainers for their knowledge base or their lack of knowledge base. And I don't know, as a sort of older head in the industry, I feel like that's a that's a shit go. Like, where do you start as a trainer? Like, if you want to, especially like Instagram, like me and you came up, like the social media thing wasn't really relevant as we were coming up. Definitely for you, right? But even when you got into the industry, it's like you're only starting to get into it now, right? Let's say. So when I started, it was, you know, Facebook, flyers. We've touched on this in a couple of podcasts ago. But, like, how are you meant to put yourself out as a trainer and then, like, you're just going to get laid into by your peers or other trainers going, oh, your knowledge isn't this, your knowledge isn't that. Like, I mean, it's a fucking daunting place to be as a brand new trainer or someone who's trying to on the come up as a profile. So let's have a chat about it, boys. What do you think about this whole new landscape of, you know, trainers just hammering other trainers?
I feel like I feel the heat of it more. Not personally, but I feel like it's in the air in Dubai more than I felt when I was back in Oz. Now, that's maybe in the areas that I was coaching in, but I felt like a lot of it comes down to the protocol that coaches go through back in Australia, where we have lots of, certification-based coaches. So you kind of come through the same mold. It doesn't necessarily make you a better trainer, but everyone's gone to the same course. They've come from uni, whatever it might be. Now they're in the gym. They're doing their work experience. There's management. There's rarely any cases where you have freelancers just rolling through the door. Usually they're actually hired to some degree, whether for work experience or paid by the hour, and you come on as a trainee trainer. So I feel like from a sense of quality, it's relatively more regulated and more even. So I found that you would rarely get that that slagging nature to slander other trainers, opposed to here, it's kind of like a zoo, more or less. You've got people coming in, no idea what they're doing, fitness model, bodybuilder, no qualifications, this and that, which puts people on these self-proclaimed, sometimes pedestals. Well, they'll say, hey, I'm the better trainer, that guy's not good, or that girl's not very good, or she is good, or whatever it is. That I feel like that's where it's a breeding ground for this. I don't know, is that just me? What do you guys think? Because we've all come from Oz as coaches, except Ty, I'm pretty sure.
I started there.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. But for me, I'm seeing it more as it's a struggle to find new content. So I see I wouldn't say coaches, I would say more influencers or people that are prevalent on Instagram because of their profiles who probably aren't coaches. They might be competitive athletes or just social media celebrities who will every now and again, I'm going to throw out this bit of information which either is wrong, and then you've got, which are quite top tier people, large followings, they've got all that, they've got that base. Then you've got a lower tier coaches who don't have the exposure that these guys do, that aren't Instagram influencers or celebrities, they're proper coaches, who look at this and go, hang on, this guy's got 100,000, 200,000 followers, and what he's just said is dog shit, all right?
But whose opinion's that?
Well, it's not an opinion, because for me, a lot of the time I see it, I agree with it. Yeah. If that coach is backing it up with facts, science, whatever, fine, do that. But it all depends on how you do it too. If you're just calling it out and going, nah, wrong, shit, garbage, this is why, okay, you need to rethink the way you're putting out your content. But if you say, hey, look, you've probably been told this by this person, what I want you to think about is, this is how things work. Think about it like this. You need to understand A, B, and C. This is why this isn't working.
Sorry, you're out of frame. Like, you'll have to move there, bro. Sorry, I didn't want to stop you. Sorry.
So I think it's still getting worked out how the best way to put this content across is going. What gets me at the moment isn't the lower tier coach with not the big following. He's trying to come up with new content. So it's like, okay, my job is to help people. That's my content, is to help educate, whatever. So I'm going to sort of go for the bigger guy because he's got this big audience, and this audience is being told the wrong stuff. So I'm going to try and pull back a bit of that. What gets me isn't that so much. That's fine. What gets me is proper top tier coaches or educators in the industry who start to bicker amongst themselves. Now, these are the top tier coaches and educators that their job is to educate other coaches. This is why they go to, this is why they pay them for courses and things like that. Then you start getting them offside with each other, and it's utter horseshit. It's semantics to the smallest nth degree, whether you pronate your wrist or whether you supinate your wrist on a movement. And now you've got coaches who come to these people getting educated and go, oh, fucking, now we're no smarter. Because if you guys don't know and aren't coming across as the top guys and you're bickering amongst yourselves, who the fuck are we going to listen to?
But this is my point. This is my point, that too many fitness, and I use this word loosely, professionals these days are taking shots at each other, then they start this bickering war on what's right, what's wrong. Bro, I'm sorry, right?
I think it all depends on your audience.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to say the three of us all have different training styles. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right, in my opinion. Like, I will say to a trainer who comes up and says, look, your client should be doing this on a squat variation or whatever, I'd say probably if they try it and it works better for them, great. That's the client. Like, there's so many, mate. I can teach you to throw the same punch 50 different ways.
Yeah.
What's right? What's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, that's a bit different because that's a more dynamic.
But
That's
it's
a
not,
dynamic.
bro.
That's
It's
a
not.
dynamic sport.
It's not. I'm seeing trainers take shots at guys who have got millions of followers who are in their own right. Actually, no, in their right, like top of the game of the fitness game. Right? It doesn't matter how you look at it, or it doesn't matter if it's. We are now in the social media era. So these guys have got millions of followers. They're putting out content that is educational and obviously lifestyle, whatever. But then you're picking on like rotation of the shoulder when a press is happening and this, that, the other.
Yeah, I mean, things are starting to get right down into, like I said before, semantics.
Yeah, like how far are the barrel is scraping?
Is it for someone? And then you got, like I said, it goes back to the audience. If you're talking general population, okay, teach them the basics. They don't need to delve that deep into biomechanics and kinesiology. If they're just starting out, you're just going to confuse the shit out of them. Teach them the basics, teach them to move safely, teach them to move with the right loads. Okay, fine.
Absolutely.
That's right.
But if your client base and your audience is a few steps ahead of that, and they're coming to you because you've got a higher amount of education, a higher amount of knowledge, and that's why they're following you, because they get more out of it because you're more detailed, okay, fine. But you're opening up a bigger can of worms. You're opening up more room for discussion.
But that's what it's got to be. I feel it's got to be. Discussion is fine. Discussion is fine when two professionals, professors, whatever, they go back and forth and they find the middle ground, right?
Yeah.
The back and the forth. Right now, what we're seeing, and it's even funnier, is that I see it a lot online. They'll pick up screenshots or they'll video tabs of said trainer, put it up on their own Instagram, hammer it, and won't tag the trainer that they're talking about in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even worse. Like, you are trying to ride the coattails of someone who's actually done okay for themselves, disregard the information they're putting out. It's literally, I feel like it's this clout grab.
Yeah.
If I attach my name to this.
I also think it comes down to the whole audience too. Like, okay, if you think this guy who's got 1 million followers and the video he's just put out is utter dog shit, okay, you can pick it apart and say why and provide the evidence why you're going to do that. That's fine. If his audience still wants to believe that and go with him, let them.
A famous
Let 'em go.
band.
It's then up to that audience to go, okay, I've just heard about this, all right. So I'm going to start doing my own research, do a bit more. And like, actually, you know what? This guy was actually right. This guy I've been following speaks a bit of shit.
And definitely, it's up to the consumer to
That's
do
right.
their research. 100%.
Not just go, oh man, great, awesome. I'm going to go and try this tomorrow.
Next minute.
The ones that go, this looks great. I'm going to go and try this tomorrow, aren't seasoned trainees. They just look at shit on Instagram and go, fuck, that looks wicked. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
But a lot of that too is Instagram's now looking like it's like, there's some senses where it's like a reliable source of information from credible experts or professionals in different industries. And then you've got just absolute shit and entertainment. I mean, we've got like, if I came to you tomorrow and say, yeah, mate, here's my full raw liver that I'm about to hammer, preach to Liver King.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Good morning, Primals.
Good morning, Primals. Yeah, so good. You literally read the comments on some of those posts. Liver King's basically this guy who preaches like raw foods and living like our ancestors, an absolute twat. He's 100% on a load of gear. But if you were to read through his comments, the people are like worshipping this guy. Now, he would come across to them like a professional and expert in what they would consider the health and fitness industry, I guess, is what he's trying to preach, a health and fitness, active life. But so it's just, where's that middle ground? And then, I mean, you could say, I'd slander him saying it's all a load of garbage. There is, I mean, again, this is opinion, but we know there is shit that's just absolute garbage. Okay. Like, so that is garbage. What about, I'm sorry, you can't.
Okay, so
rubbish.
You've got your Liver King, all right? Then you've got the guy, the raw food experiment.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So
just a shout out, mate. Yeah. Keep kicking, because I don't know how he's lived this long. How's he still alive?
Guy, like Liver King goes, Liver King fucking this and that, and then he'll have a little bite of raw liver and show you a bit of marrow, and that's it.
Yeah.
This other guy will sit there with half a kilo of raw mince and 10 eggs and sit there and film the whole thing, eating it. And he's just chonking on raw meat.
Of any kind.
Yeah.
If you're following us and you're following them and you're doing this dumb shit, go and see a psychiatrist because you need help. Yeah. It's just mental. But this is the thing, guys. This goes back to, why did we all get into the industry, right? We all work off the same floor. We all have pretty much the same sort of general population clients. What is the end goal for what we do as trainers?
For me, it's to show people that they can unlock their true potential in other areas of their life by maximizing the benefits of being healthy and fit. Yeah. For me, I'm not telling you, I'm not looking for PTs or
sales pitch.
No. I want people to unlock
365.
But that's 050. That's a standard answer. No PT's going to tell you, I want them to do their 3 months and actually be fucking worse. One of the things that we've got to be careful of too, no matter what we do, is do no harm.
Right, so what's yours then? He gave the sales.
So same thing. Get people the goals they want, results, change their life, get them feeling positive physically, mentally, all that sort of shit. But it's also knowing that when they come in here, they're not going home with a fucking torn rotator cuff or a fucking blown out knee either.
Yeah.
Just because, I saw old mate do something stupid on Instagram. I'm going to try that with my client tomorrow.
Yeah.
What happened over here yesterday morning with the big bang?
Young fellow that put himself under the Smith machine, almost killed himself.
Exactly.
And the three of us didn't move, which was awful.
I went
over to him. I did the Onetribe with a bit of self-respect.
Pretty much said,
I laughed.
I just turned around and went, okay, he's not screaming in pain.
Yeah. I saw him get up and I was like...
It slipped off his back, basically. But he just...
Can someone ask me what I would what my thing is? Like, are we just...
Okay, Nigel, why did you get into this industry?
I want people to be happy. That's all I want. Happy. Doesn't matter what you look like, what shape you're in, just be happy.
Yeah.
Train with me, streetwise.com.
And to be fair, I would say you can see Nige doing that on the gym floor.
No, you know what, to be fair.
Right.
With you, we can see that. Like, I could watch you for 10 minutes and see everyone's having a good time.
Me and you spoke about it downstairs. Yeah. We were like my training style has changed with my age as well. I was once definitely in my 20s, all about percentages, every month, weight into strength, is it going up, is it coming down? I was right into it. But now, even following my own path and my own training and the people I train, it's like, bro, as long as you're getting out of here and you're happy, shape can come, hard work comes in spurts over the years. We know that. Yeah. We know that with our own selves. You can't go 100 miles an hour. I trained this morning after a 5-hour night shift. I only did that for this, man. You know what I mean? So it comes in spurts. But for me and the population of people I train, I think as long as, this is in check and the training sort of matches and can it be intensified over the year and whatnot, then we're good, you know?
Yeah, adding value. add value to people's lives in what we do.
That's right. I think a lot comes back to the education of the consumer, though. I think when we keep coming back to this debate between what's out there and PTs slandering other PTs, I think a lot of it comes down to the consumer making an educated decision based on having enough information. And I think that's something that a lot of consumers don't do enough.
Yep.
And they also put a lot of blind trust that anyone who has a coach badge on their Instagram handle is a trustworthy option.
A perfect example is a client this morning. She said to me, okay, doing these split squats the way you told me to do them, showed me how to do them, so much better than the last person who taught me how to do them, because their excuse was, it's a split squat. Yeah, so you need to be not split this way in the frontal plane. You need to be split sideways. I said, you're not doing the splits. Yeah, it's a rear leg elevated split squat. 1 foot here, 1 foot here. Not 1 foot over here and 1 foot here. I said, no wonder your knees.
This morning.
No wonder your knees fucked.
One of the best exercises, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, but one of the best exercises when you do it
done
properly.
correctly.
How did they have them doing it?
Like
Lateral?
Yeah.
Like almost like a lateral split squat, like a Cossack squat of some kind.
With load?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
I said, because this person doesn't train.
That person saw
in
some
this
dumb shit on
context.
Instagram.
Yeah, in this context, they train another way.
But that's where I come back to saying the education process in a country like Oz, everyone comes through a similar methodology to a degree. I know there's always curved balls, but I'm just saying Dubai in particular, we have literally people have no idea, no education. They've literally learned from like
this
old
is the Dubai
old
way,
mate
you know?
who's pumped
This
a lot of
is
gear.
what
He
I'm
does
gonna
1,000
do.
reps, and now he's a professional that can offer his advice, which has come from nothing.
This
from
is
the
what
next
this is
guy.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the nicest bridge near me. All right.
Yeah.
Throw myself
I'm
off.
going to go do a nicest bridge. All right. I'm going to take my little fucking fake jump rope balls.
Yes.
And I'm going to film some dumb shit videos and put it up and just call it a fucking Cal Burner fucking hit 6,000.
I don't even know how much I can release on this iTunes with your swearing today. It's unbelievable.
Look,
The iTunes
if
actually,
Joe Rogan can get away with it,
But no, you're right. Like it's all about content. It's all about like quick fat burner blasts, like all these bullshit, like little,
people
throw
get
together things.
sucked
you know?
into it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like back to your point about education. Education, I feel is very important. But how many people after they get qualified then keep self-educating?
Not
seminars.
Not many at all.
Not
You don't
enough.
have to go get certificates. In my belief, certificates are fucking pointless. I know, mate. Listen, no offense to anyone actually on this gym floor right now as we're doing this podcast, but there are some shit house trainers who are qualified downstairs right now. And listen, they've never gone, I've got my qualification, now I'm going to go.
Why are we all looking around?
We're just looking at can they hear us?
No, but like doing seminars or, going to like things that of interest that you can learn from other trainers. This is what education for a trainer. Even watching stuff, man. Like,
exactly.
Like that's
Podcasts.
Absolutely.
All that sort of shit. You don't have to be in your head in a book doing a formal qualification all the time. You can be, it's even who you follow on Instagram. I reckon you could go up to most coaches in this gym and go, let me have a look at your Instagram feed and see who's in it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I guarantee you, 99% of them will have no educational...
No. It's all about looks and whatnot. I follow a guy, man. I followed him for years. Steve Cook. He's a fucking huge fitness influencer, but like he's one of these Gymshark athletes, but older. He's our age or he's my age, but he's a athletic performance side of coaching, right? And he's got his own app and whatnot. But I like the stuff he puts out compared to some of these fitness influencers. Like he'll go and do a triathlon. And he'll talk you through the training of a triathlon. Then the guy was one of those board short fellas on the stage.
Yeah, physique competitor, and then he went in.
For me, whatever, all good. He's got an amazing rig on him, but now you see as he's gotten older, he does the for and against, and he'll go and put himself through these fucking bullshit training programs and tell you about them afterwards, what he got out of it, what he doesn't.
He's the real deal.
Yeah,
I don't think he's an influencer like we see these days.
No.
I think he's the real deal, and he's documented his journey the whole time. If you're not following him,
Yeah.
it's worth a follow.
Worth a follow.
Old Steve Cook. Most people would know him anyway.
And he talks about injury and prehab, rehab, all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and it's for a young bloke who's coming up, watching somebody like him go through it.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's good because for me, I had guys like, you know, the Branch Warrens and this, that. Like, bro, imagine like I ended up training like them without any knowledge of going like, you know, slowing down reps, tempo, this, that. I'd be destroyed now because they were the guys we watched. You know what I mean? They were our influencers. Flex Magazine,
But-
this, that, the other. You know?
What gets me, and it's someone in this particular gym who we know, he's just spent 30,000 dirhams on camera gear, video gear, all this sort of shit.
Fuck, can we use it?
Right? To make YouTube videos, to make workout videos.
Right.
And
Hectic.
he's dog shit. Dog shit. Utter dog shit. Just making shit up for the fuck of it, right? I watched him here yesterday with his client. This is the shoulder workout,
Yeah, you
right?
gotta get me
This is the shoulder workout, right? This is what he's doing, right? So we got 2 dumbbells. Internally rotate like this, keep going.
Wow.
Oh, that's bad.
What the fuck
So
is
it's an
that?
internally
What-
rotated front raise.
What the fuck is
dumbbell
that?
front raise, basically.
What are you train, bro? Break this down for me from an anatomical point of view and a movement point of view and a muscular point of view. What are you training and why are you doing it like that?
And yeah,
He would look at you and go, "But I got a 30,000 dirham camera. My videos look good."
This is perfect because I wanted to mention this before. What defines a good coach is a coach that can justify what they're doing
That's
and
right.
where it benefits the client. So without going into the detail, everyone can actually be a winner here. Nigel say, yeah, I justify this program because it's working on explosivity, which my clients enjoy, changing up their program between basic composition and doing a bit more of sports performance based or something like this, and have a good time. That's his mold. My mold is trying to develop, different muscles or this or that. Ty will have a different justification. Can you justify? If you look on the floor, and the amount of times I've looked around and said, like, if I was to ask this guy right now, what is the purpose of what you're doing?
Yeah.
There'd have to be no possible answer.
When you're a coach looking at another coach and asking yourself, "What the fucking hell is he doing?"
something
Listen, I was just about to say that if you're a client of a trainer and you're looking around and going, I'm doing so much different shit, but it's meant to be a strength program, like
Yeah.
this,
Because that is not cool.
Exactly.
People don't want to come and go doing. And the thing
Exactly.
is, it's the basics
The
work,
basics
right?
work. They
but
always
you
have.
need to be able to tell your clients, and if they're going, look, we've been doing the same stuff for the last 4 weeks, it's like, yeah, you have. But look at the weights you were using in the first week compared to the weights you're using now.
Yeah.
This is the first week of me filming you on this machine, the technique. Look at your technique now.
Yeah.
You're getting
Absolutely.
stronger. Your
Absolutely.
body composition's changing. This is why.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And this is the problem with Instagram is everyone wants the new, the flash,
Yes.
the cool, the this, the that.
You can't reinvent the wheel, guys. You can add to it, but you cannot reinvent the
These
basics.
people
Will
didn't-
always be.
These
That's
people
right.
didn't get their bodies from doing that
Absolutely.
cool,
No.
stupid variation.
Absolutely.
They did it
Got
from
it off
sticking to
Trent
basics,
and
you know?
Anavar. Yeah, so like, the whole new gen PT, getting on, slagging other trainers, hammering, other social accounts, sort of, it's a little bit off-putting. And I get if you're a new trainer trying to break it, just stick with the basics. We actually have a personal friend. She's a trainer on our floor, and she's sort of going through it now. And all three of us gave her the advice is be yourself, because only your personality can win over business. Everything else we all do as trainers. It's fucking a squat's a squat, or whatever. But use your personality, use your knowledge.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where it's up to get these messages across to whoever's watching. And just, your personality is always going to win. So
But it's the other thing too is like, as a coach, you got to learn to stay in your lane and stay in your abilities too. If you're a new coach coming out and you've got no experience in Olympic lifting, don't be getting your overweight client to try and do a clean and snatch that you don't even do yourself.
Absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
because you've seen old mate do it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get my overweight, 38-year-old female client who's got 3 kids to do a barbell over. She's flat out picking the barbell up off the floor.
Usually that's a sign that trainer's losing interest from that client. So they try and spice it up with some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's a sign that client's checking out. sometimes too. They're like, yeah, you know what, I don't know if I renew. No, but we'll put you through the new sports performance program where we're going to do some Ollie lifts. And then they're like, oh shit, this must be good. And then all of a sudden,
going to take my chin out with a barbell.
Exactly. Like you can see that. We know that the basics work. Our crew know that, and that's kind of.
Look, I don't want any trainers, if you're listening to this. We got a few trainers listening to this now, which is good. I don't want any trainers thinking,